To be honest,
Previously on Channel News Asia's Startup, 7 finalists kicked off Season 4. Cavatella's immunity from acing the Deloitte elevator pitch helped them survive the Industry Veteran Challenge.
Launching here in Singapore, maybe smaller market, could they scale it in Singapore, and then after that cross-border, that was something that I was a bit concerned about.
But Pickback's focus on technology versus operations cost founder Maximilian his spot on the show. And now the race continues with just 6 teams remaining. Every startup dreams of having the next big idea, of becoming a unicorn, of making that perfect exit. But 9 out of 10 startups fail before they're anywhere close. Against the odds, 7 startups from around the world compete in a challenge of their lifetime. To clinch a deal from 3 top venture capitalists, who will emerge victorious? This is Startup Season 4. Guys, great to see you. Welcome to Space Mob, a brand new co-working space in the heart of the city. If you look to the side, you'll find 2 rooms, and that is where you're going to be spending the next 36 hours. That's right. This is your next challenge, the 36-hour Stratathon. When you step inside, you'll find envelopes with tasks specifically crafted by our judges. Each task is unique to your line of business and designed to relieve any lingering worries that our judges might have about your business. So guys, you have 36 hours to complete your task. And if you miss the deadline, your submissions may become void. So there is a lot at stake. And remember, at the end of this challenge, not 1, but 2 startups are going home. So look behind me, the clock is ticking, and your challenge starts now.
Juan basically wrote us a letter, and it says, "Dear Past Perform, your task is to sign up at least 2 new e-commerce merchants, demonstrate to the 2 new merchants the data analysis that can be done, also using the merchants' data if possible. Prepare a PowerPoint deck that summarizes your results."
I think given that we have a lot of good teams here, of course it will be a tough challenge. We will give our best.
Yeah, our task is basically to validate our commercialization skills by convincing as many doctors as possible to do a product trial. So we're going to prepare a PowerPoint deck that summarizes our results in this way to our judges, and we think it's not easy. Yeah. You see, Emma is a very stressed face now.
The rules of the Stratathon are simple. All of the work must be done at the startup base unless the challenge requires a team to head out. The startups must also return to base to update the judges on their level of progress at the pre-agreed times. As the startups kick off their planning, what they don't know is that they have not 1, but 2 tasks to complete.
Wanted to see if you have any questions or anything that I can be helpful with.
It would be interesting to understand that a little bit more about the metrics that you're looking for, or any other observations we should note down of the volunteers that we're going to have on board.
One of the key elements, which actually is not captured by the metrics, think about how you can convey the love, so to speak, that people will have after using your products. So, you can think of it as testimonials, or how have you positively impacted, these customers.
Okay.
There actually is a second challenge, which I will share with you right now.
So I just told Anastasia to cancel all of our appointments today. I know we have like 10 appointments today, but I can't do this alone. And she's running a fever too. This is like the worst challenge ever for us.
I heard you're a little bit stressed out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, how can I help you?
Because all the other teams are getting 36 hours, but our challenges are just limited to lunchtime, which is only...
Today?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that only gives us like 4 hours to do the challenge.
Yep.
Is there any way we can also sign up people all day?
The challenge is just to see you kind of in action for the whatever agreed amount of time.
Yeah, for sure.
So just do what you can. Explain what you did, and then you'll be fine. On top of that,
Oh
believe
my
me,
God.
running a company is worse than doing this 4-hour thing.
This is Charlie, my colleague,
How are you?
and Charlie will be helping you working on these challenges over the next 36 hours.
As for the doctors, right, usually what we did is that we will make an appointment with them 1 week earlier on.
Yeah.
So regarding about this 36 hour, we are not too sure if it's possible to get to meet the doctors within this time frame.
If you are a good sales and marketing person, you will find your way around it. The description for the second challenge will be this.
With the clock ticking, the startups hit the street and get cracking.
How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. Okay. First question would be very simple. How many videos do you want us to make? One with 3 interviews together, or do you want us to make 3 separate videos?
Whatever is easier. So whatever takes less time. I just want the content. I don't really, you're not shooting a movie, so it's fine. On top of what you're gonna do, there's another task for you. Any questions on this?
No.
Straightforward, right?
Yes.
So you actually want us to summarize also the approach on how we got there, or basically just the merchant results that we...
If you want to show, let's say, a conversion funnel, if you will, of how many calls you made, and I think more importantly is summarizing the reason why people did or did not respond to you. Since you brought up the PowerPoint presentation, there's actually a second part of the challenge.
Okay.
Here it is.
Parcel Perform's startup journey began in July this year when former colleagues Arnie and Dana teamed up to set up a last-mile logistics firm.
Parcel Perform is a software solution that helps e-commerce merchants to manage the e-commerce logistics for them. We help them to track parcels, we send their customers information, and we give them dashboards that allow them to choose the right provider for their customers.
Parcel Perform started because when Anna and we were working for a big logistics carrier, we realized that the last mile of e-commerce is really broken. We realized that there needs to be a neutral player that can serve them across multiple carriers, and that's how we came up with the idea for Parcel Perform.
Dana was born in Berlin, raised in northeastern Germany, and later moved back to Berlin for her studies. After a short stint in PR, Dana worked for DHL for nearly 5 years before venturing out on her own.
My friends were quite excited for me, and my family, of course, back in Germany, you know, leaving a big corporate job, like a safe income, back in a country that they don't know so well, they were a little concerned. But they also know that, you know, I'm only happy if I really enjoy my work. So in the end, they are, of course, also proud.
Arnie was also raised in northeastern Germany and worked for big corporates before embarking on his startup journey. A trained economist, Arnie started out as a technology consultant in Europe before moving to Singapore 6 years ago when he fell in love with the city-state.
I got married, I got a family, so we're really settled here, and Asia is such an exciting place to be these days. That's why we also never felt the urge to go back to Europe.
As a young startup, the German duo soon realized that launching a company is no easy feat.
We really want to build the best team and a team that's fun to work with. So luckily we found a partner, Silicon Straits, that helped us to hire the right talents back in Vietnam, and we're super proud of the team.
So let me introduce you Kenya. Kenya is my colleague at Red Dot Venture. So Kenya will be helping you with the challenges Obviously, he wouldn't do that for you, but if you have some question and some assistance, he'll be the person that help you throughout that challenges. There is another benefit you get out of successfully passing this challenge. Interblock have said that if you can do that, they would actually bring and help you to take your product to their customer. For the second challenge,
Hi, I'm Junting.
Hi, I'm Hong Chong. So we are from Amazing. We started the company because we see that in Southeast Asia region, mobile wallets is just coming into maturity. Consumers are choosing a mode of payment for e-payments. So there's a lot of options from QR code and NFC. So we are bringing out sound as an alternative.
Amazing was born when Junting visited Beijing 2 years ago and witnessed firsthand the popularity of mobile wallets. He was inspired to set up an e-payments company and shared the idea with former schoolmate and current CTO, Yi Kai. The Malaysian duo, who were then studying together in Taiwan, immediately decided to move to Singapore to kick off their startup venture.
So when Jun told me his idea, I thought it is a pretty cool stuff, and I've never done this kind of thing before. In order to join the team, I have quit my job and decided to drop out of National Taiwan University. So I gave up my bachelor degree.
Junting and Yi Kai's passion of wanting to make Amazing a success attracted current co-founder Hong Chong to join the team.
So during my time in NTU, I was hacking this little system and got a small little business going. And one of the people that come to me was their partner, a PhD student in NTU. So he introduced me to the company, Jun and Yi Kai. So during the past holiday, I came to work with them for a bit, and we thought that we worked really well together, and they decided to bring me in as a co-founder.
When I started this company, I'm some worried because I'm used my own money to start this company. But I think 3 months ago, I felt that I really enjoy the startup culture. So when people reject me, this is the motivation for me to keep going on. I think one day when I make it, I want to prove them wrong.
So I'm at Raffles Place right now, and our challenge for today is to sign up as many people as we can during lunchtime. So I just called up all of my friends that I knew, I blasted on Facebook, anybody who can help me during lunch. And we also had printed up $20 vouchers. Everyone showed up, I distributed a box to everybody, and now our ground troops are out there trying to get emails. So I'm on this reality show for Channel News Asia that has 6 million viewers, and it's about startups. Okay. So my startup, we rent dresses. You know Comatella? Yeah. Okay, awesome. We just like to leave some $20 vouchers for your guests. I'd like to give you a $20 voucher to check out our website.
As Covatella is busily hustling their way for more signups, elsewhere, Simgo is getting ready to meet their first client.
All right, hi Jamie. Thank you so much for meeting us on such short notice. So basically today I want to introduce to you Simgo's SIM management platform and tell you a little bit about how we redefine SIM management. Experience, you know, like drive cameras, like and thanks again.
Back at base, Delegate has found 2 volunteers and is briefing them on the rules of their first challenge.
Thanks for coming today and for being our volunteer for this challenge.
Yeah. So just to sum up the challenge, we just have to compare how it's like to plan an event the traditional way and on Delegate. So Yvonne, you will have to use Delegate only to plan an event, and Josh, you can use basically any of the old school traditional ways to plan an event.
Coming up, Parcel Perform, Avis Health, and Amazing face challenges. The heat is on as the startups strategize to complete their tasks in 36 hours. Parcel Perform has spent the day lining up clients and is on their way to meet some of them.
Thanks for having us at your office.
Shall we proceed?
Okay, wonderful.
So let's say you have a certain merchants that they want to have the tracking on their own page, for example, then that would be something that we can offer.
The only thing you need to tell us is the tracking number that you're using, and we can take over the entire process.
We are back in our office to have a Skype call with Interblocks.
So every merchant terminals have a unique terminal ID, right?
We will be doing it, we will be giving you 5 main transactions.
We realized there are a lot of things that we need to look into, which we were previously unfamiliar with. So it seems like we don't have time to sleep tonight.
We're going to Bukit Merah to meet this doctor.
Yeah, good, excellent. I like the fact that you're actually meeting with different doctors from different specialties. And basically for you, you're at this discovery phase. So rather than see this as a judge's due diligence on your business, while it is that, it is also a learning opportunity.
How long does it need to stay on the trial?
What we plan to do is that we are planning to do it overnight. So, because we know that asthma usually happens at night, and wheezing for child usually happens at night, so the detection will go through night.
While I think it's commendable that he was able to book Dr. Chua on short notice, I think that the management of Dr. Chua as a customer needs improvement. He was clearly nervous. He didn't touch on or go direct to the key points of what his product is all about, but instead waffled a little bit, and it took some time to finally get all information out to Dr. Chua. And even after Dr. Chua had agreed to go ahead, he didn't then take Dr. Chua through the final position, but instead took a step back in the customer exploration stage.
As the Stratathon moves into high gear, the startups return to update the judges on their progress.
So welcome back. How's everything?
It went okay, I think. So we definitely got over 100 signups.
What's the follow-up on signing up? Like what happens after they sign up?
Most of them will probably go and check the website. I haven't checked our traffic yet, but probably a good amount. We only approached women, and every time we told them about our service, and they were all really excited.
So the team will continue pushing it tomorrow as well?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, you can try, having a mailing list to get a bit more insights by sending them a survey, just to understand them a little bit better.
Yeah.
Today was a lot of being on the phone, chasing people, sending out messages, trying to get appointments or try to arrange meetings.
So Jeff gave us feedback on our activities for the day. He believes that we are on track. I think we should be good to get most of the video interviews done by tomorrow. And we are on track basically to deliver the USPs that's required as part of the challenge submission.
So what happened after our last meeting?
So we had a very busy morning lining up customer meetings. So for the next one day we have 6 meetings.
Well done.
One already happened.
Okay,
so we had met a customer from Hong Kong who was very interested in using our service.
Okay,
so great follow-up. So
Very
another
good.
5 in the next 24 hours. So it's going to be a very busy schedule for us.
Very good. What were some of the high-level comments or feedback from your first meeting?
The first meeting actually went really well. They are like very big customer for us as they have multiple merchants underneath their service, and they are really in a strong need for having like integrated tracking service, and they also want to manage their carrier performance better. So they are actually quite excited to join us, and also we already started the preparation, so we made sure that all the carriers they are using we have them on board. So that's all done. So we're just waiting to officially sign them up.
Great. Okay. Wonderful. So how has your day been so far?
We have to admit it's been pretty challenging getting in those volunteers.
There was a little panic because none of them really have planned events before, which is great.
Right, which is exactly the demographics.
But a bit of
that,
a panic because they have to manage this also with their day job.
What will you do between now and tomorrow when you get the feedback from them?
So we're actually just working on our presentation. We are coming up with the different matrices as well as plans to improve like costs as well as times on our platform. And on top of that, we're working on the additional tasks that we were sprung on just now. Yeah.
Hello there, guys.
Hey.
Looks like you're in intense
Hi, Chloe.
over what to do. So
Right.
you're gonna burn through the midnight oil.
Yeah. So we probably have no sleep tonight. There's so much to do, but we will head back to office to meet up with our CTO.
What's your game plan?
In the afternoon, we actually had a Skype conference for our challenge. So we had we talked to the engineers from the companies that we are working with, and then we have laid out an overview plan for the milestones that we need to complete by tomorrow. But there's still another additional challenge. Working on the business aspects of things, we need to do a competitive analysis.
So, how did it go?
It's been a very tough one.
Okay.
It's my very first time approaching doctors and ask for their opinions within such a short notice.
Yeah.
And I have really learned a lot through this process to know that to keep within the timing and to make my message short and concise so that I don't waste the doctor's time. And I think Charlie has been a very, very great teacher. He's been teaching me a lot and giving me a lot of pointers.
But how do you feel about the outcome of that meeting?
I feel that maybe I should be more objective orientated in the sense that to switch it instead of doing my normal kind of interaction in a way that I'm looking for product design feedback, but instead I should be more sales orientated and straight away. Once I know that I've obtained the objective and I stop there so that I don't waste their time, and it also saves my time on my side.
So you still have a whole day tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't be discouraged. You are going to face doctors again. So I guess this time, learning from what happened this afternoon would be helpful to ensure that you tailor your message.
As we can implement mobile payments with very, very low cost.
On the next startup, it's a race against time as the startups pull out all the stops to complete their tasks and hand in their presentations.
Yes, bottom line is scalability. Right. We look for scalability. And they might not deliver that scalability that we are looking for.
Plus, no one is safe as 2 teams are sent home.
And Quan has the results. 2 teams are going to go home, and their journey on Startup Season 4 ends right here.